Long ago, emperors fell, and heroes died, creating the void for a deadly rise. Two sorcerers, Shang Tsung and Quan would overcome All Might, seizing control of Outworld. This is the tale of the Deadly Alliance.
It is now known that the sorcerer Quan has escaped from the Netherrealm. Since his escape, Quan has unlocked the secret of the ancient runestone, discovered the ancient undefeatable army of the long-forgotten Dragon King, and most disturbing of all, formed an alliance with one of our deadliest enemies, Shang Tsung. With their combined strength, they plotted to overpower the only two beings who could prevent their total domination of the two realms. The first was the Emperor of Outworld, Kahn. In a false show of allegiance, they sprung their attack.
Kano, head member of the criminal organization known as the Black Dragon, and a general to Shao Kahn's armies, he witnessed the betrayal from the two sorcerers from the shadows. And once they overcame the Emperor, Kano would pledge his allegiance to the new Deadly Alliance. The first order of business given to him would be to lead an assault on the village of Sindel, and subjugate the people into building a new palace for Shang Tsung around a giant sacred stone of the village.
That's far enough. Stop where you are.
Is there a problem, sir?
Name's Kano. By order of the sorcerers Quan and Shang Tsung, all denizens of Outworld will submit to the rule of the Deadly Alliance.
I am not a denizen of Outworld. I have traveled here from Earthrealm.
Makes no difference. My men will take it to the town of Sindel. Quan and Shang Tsung have a job for you, mate.
And if I refuse?
Do you really think you can combat us all?
No, I suppose not.
Then shut up and follow me. What's your name, anyway?
I am called Shujinko.
Well, Shujinko, welcome to hell. Along with all the other peons of this town, you will be constructing a palace for Shang Tsung. One that is large enough to house his army. Don't even think about trying to escape. I would hate to have to kill a villager because of your defiance. Do you get me?
I understand.
Good. Now make yourself useful. Get to work.
As Sindel was being enslaved into building Shang Tsung's new palace, the two sorcerers would travel to Earthrealm.
They then traveled to Earthrealm by way of a mystical portal known only to sorcerers and deities. There, they confronted Earth's mightiest warrior and champion of Mortal Kombat, Kang. It has been Shang Tsung's desire to consume the soul of Earthrealm's greatest warrior. With Quan Chi's assistance, he achieved this goal. Kang is dead. They have since returned to Outworld and are using the souls of conquered warriors to resurrect the Dragon King's undefeatable army. Should they succeed, they will have the means to conquer Outworld and eventually Earthrealm. They will be unstoppable.
Shang Tsung, he is the symbol of evil for Mortal Kombat. Shang Tsung teams up with the sorcerer Quan, and the both of them not only kill Kang, but they kill Shao Kahn as well.
Shang Tsung wins. Fatality.
Quan Chi is one of the most mystifying characters to me. We really don't know what his origins are other than he's from the Netherrealm and he's part of the Brotherhood of Shadow. Who knows how old he is? You know, he could be as old as the Netherrealm itself. But he is definitely evil. He is definitely an evil guy. I think of him as the greatest sorcerer in the Mortal Kombat universe. I think of him as being even more powerful than Shang Tsung.
During the rule of the Deadly Alliance, the Target 10 hordes would be sent to seek out and ravage any city and villages that opposed the new rulers of Outworld. One great force that had already been in ongoing battles with Shao Kahn's forces, the alliance of the Adnian people and the Shokan, would seem to be in a stalemate on the battlefield. Quan Chi would send out an agent of the Shadow to help turn the tide of battle into their favor, and the wraith known as Noob Saibot would be successful in his mission. The Shadow Ninja would locate the Shokan Prince, Goro, and would mortally wound Goro on the battlefield, leaving him for dead. With their prince fallen, the Shokan would pull back their forces, causing the Adnians to pull back from Outworld as well, securing control of Outworld for the Deadly Alliance. Once the construction of Shang Tsung's palace was complete, Quan Chi would live up to his part of the agreed alliance, and would use the sacred stone the palace was constructed around, and open a direct link to the heavens, supplying Shang Tsung with a never-ending supply of souls, thus ensuring Tsung's immortality. Shang Tsung would then begin to live up to his end of the agreement, and help resurrect the forgotten army of the Dragon King, by using souls of the warriors in Sindel that they had subjugated. Now without world under their control, and now having a means to take over Earthrealm, they would start to prepare for their invasion of Earth. To help with their invasion, they made another alliance with the organization known as the Red Dragon, a group of Earthrealm mercenaries. The Deadly Alliance requested for them to aid in eliminating Earthrealm threats to their rule, and in return, they would be spared in the incoming invasion. But before they could invade, the Deadly Alliance would have to overcome the Earthrealm assault directly at Tsung's palace in Sindel. Jackson Briggs, Sonya Blade, Johnny Cage, Kung Lao, and Princess Kitana, one by one would fall to the Deadly Alliance in their assault of the palace, leaving only Raiden left to stop this Deadly Alliance.
Earthrealm's last hope for freedom. Raiden fought well against the two sorcerers, and it seemed as though victory was at hand. But the combined might of Quan Chi and Shang Tsung proved to be overwhelming, even for a Thunder God. Raiden was defeated. The Deadly Alliance had won. Their victory was short-lived. As suspicion and lust for power overcame both Quan Chi and Shang Tsung, the former allies turned on each other. The Deadly Alliance was no more. Quan Chi defeated Shang Tsung and reveled in his conquest. But it is said that there is only one true ruler of Outworld. And that ruler had returned. Onaga, former Emperor of Outworld, the Dragon King. The prophecy had been fulfilled. The Dragon King had indeed returned to Outworld to reclaim his army and impose his dominance. Death awaited all who stood in his way. So it was that a new alliance was formed out of desperation. Sworn enemies joined forces to combat a greater threat. Raiden began to realize that even their combined might was not enough to defeat the Dragon King. There was only one chance left. Raiden's sacrifice was in vain, for the blast had little effect on the Dragon King. Now Onaga has what he needs to shape the realms as he sees fit.
The blast from Raiden would eviscerate the Deadly Alliance, but the returning Dragon King would be unaffected from Raiden's sacrifice. This would mark the end of the short-lived reign of the Deadly Alliance, and the beginning of the return of the original Emperor of Outworld, Onaga, the Dragon King. But that is another tale, for another time, in the legends of Mortal Kombat.